Hey, sweetie. Sorry for the interruption. This is part two of the story that I was telling. Ceres soon learned to love the human baby who was her charge, and she wished to make him immortal. She knew only one way of doing this, and that was to bathe him with ambrosia, and then, one night after another, place him in the fire until his mortal parts should be burned away. Every night she did this, without saying a word to anyone. Under this treatment, Demophoon was growing wonderfully godlike, but one night his mother being awake very late and hearing someone moving about, drew the curtains aside a very little and peeped out. There, before the fireplace, where a great fire was burning, stood the strange nurse, with Demophoon in her arms. The mother watched in silence until she saw Ceres place the child in the fire. Then she gave a shriek of alarm. The shriek broke the spell. Ceres took Demophoon from the fire and laid him on the floor. Then she told the trembling mother that she had meant to make her child immortal, but now this could not be. He would have to grow old and die like any other mortal. Then, throwing off her blue hood, she suddenly lost her aged appearance, and all at once looked very grand and beautiful. Her hair, which fell down over her shoulders, was yellow, like the ripe grain in the fields. Demophoon's mother knew by these signs that her child's nurse must be the great Ceres, but she saw her no more, for the goddess went out into the dark night. After this, Ceres continued her lonely wandering, not caring where she went. One day, as she stooped to drink from a spring, Abbas, a freckled boy who stood near, mocked her because she looked sad and low. Suddenly he saw Ceres stand up very straight, with a look that frightened him. Then he felt himself growing smaller and smaller until he shrunk into a little speckled water newt, when he made haste to hide himself away under a stone. Unlike Abbas, most of the people whom Ceres met with felt sorry for her. One day, while she was sitting on a stone by the side of a mountain road in Greece, feeling very sorrowful, she heard a childish voice say, "Mother, are you not afraid to stay all alone here on the mountain?" Ceres looked up, pleased to hear the word "mother," and saw a very little peasant girl standing near two goats that she had driven down from the mountain pastures. "No, my child," said she, "I am not afraid." Just then, out from among the trees came the little girl's father, carrying a bundle of firewood on his shoulder. He invited Ceres to come to his cottage for the night. Ceres at first refused, but finally accepted the invitation. "You are happier than I," said Ceres, as the three walked towards the cottage. "You have your little daughter with you, but I have lost mine." "Alas, I have sorrow enough," said the peasant. "I fear that my only son, little Triptolemus, lies dying at home." "Let us hope that he may yet be cured," said Ceres, and stooping, she gathered a handful of poppies. Soon they came into the little cottage, where they found the mother beside herself with grief for her little boy. Ceres bent over the child and kissed him softly on both cheeks. As she did so, the poppies in her hands brushed lightly against his face. Then his groans ceased, and the child fell into a quiet sleep. In the morning, Triptolemus woke strong and well, and when Ceres called her winged dragons and drove away through the clouds, she left a happy and grateful family behind her. I hope you like this story. It's not the end of Ceres and Persephone, of course, but I think just as Ceres made her child fall into a quiet sleep, I think it's time to say goodnight and wish you sweet dreams. Take care.